Why did it take you so long?
ALR dude, why did it take you so long?
The bag.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot. Damn. I'm sorry. I'm putting myself out there. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I forgot. See, the thing is, what happened? I'm not a scammer. What happened was that I had it up, but because my stream deck had to reset, I had to... Why every single time I start a stream, my model just freezes? It's so fucking annoying. Why? I do nothing wrong in my computer, or not my computer. Yeah, my computer decides to have a little fucking shit. And my model just stops working. It's so annoying. But, I finally got my stuff to be working. Kiki? Oh, it's Pine. I was like, Kiki never joins here. What the fuck?
You get scammed.
Well, you know, she knows that the server exists. There's a disappointment in her voice. Yeah, it's fucking Pine. Of course it's gonna be a disappointment. Anyway,
That's wild.
I have now a drawing tablet. Yeah, dude, everyone fucking
Wait,
hates
you did
Pine.
get one?
I've had a drawing tablet. I just got it together to where I could draw now on my iPad and show it to you guys. Now, I have no idea how to draw. I am absolutely dog shit, and I don't want you guys to say anything about it. I am horrible. Actually, very, very bad. So, we are going to try and draw something, and hopefully you guys will know who the fuck I'm drawing. He's not well known or common, and I just said it's a he. I fucked up. It's not a he. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
Sploof, you're on League tab.
You're on League tab? What?
Yeah, you are. It's on League. It's
Oh, change it. What the fuck?
What?
Pine, change it. No, I'm just kidding.
I forgot the
As
fucking
your
command.
game.
Damn.
Art stream.
Okay, and that's my cue to leave.
There you go. Bye. Okay, now I fixed it. Thank you. I changed everything else. Now we're back live on TikTok, so if you guys want to go check that out and share some love on the TikTok feed, and if you could show love on the YouTube feed as well, that'd be absolutely amazing, and it'd help me genuinely a lot. So please show those.
Wow, yelling at Pine to do it and not yourself.
'Cause Pine is Pine, and leave me alone. Trying to find a good picture that I could draw. This is okay. Hi Athena! Hi baby girl! How are you? I fixed my alerts. I miss you. I miss you more, baby girl. How are you? So we're gonna be drawing. This is my tablet. These are my past things of what I've drawn before. Drawing. Wow! Yeah! This is me drawing. My model's a bit scuffed from attaching. We're attaching shit, Lucky. What are we attaching? A wooden hoe, a stone hoe, a golden hoe. Okay, so you have to only add one, or you have to buy all of those. AKA, like, 5 more, 6 more attachments. I did? What the fuck, you did? He redeemed 6? What the shit? Why? What the fuck? Minecraft hose. Why did you do that? Now do it now. You're not the boss of me. I can easily say no. They're web files. Why are they web files?
Drink some water, bitch.
Why are they web files? Alright, so I don't know what to do here because they're all fucking web files. I can't just save the image as a PNG. I can't. Hey, Marshy. Hey, let me ask you a question. So when I say it's a fucking web file, I can't save it as a PNG, asshole. Holy shit, that's not how it works. So I don't know what to do here. They're all web files. So Lucky, since you wanna have those thingies so badly. Okay, sounds good, Zach. Zach, I'm just gonna use the black background. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But Lucky, send me all of the PNGs of all the hoes since you wanna put them on, because I cannot, for the life of me, find the PNGs for them. They're all web files. Yeah, I genuinely can't find it. I'm laying in bed and I'm on mobile though. I can't find it. Can someone refund the points, please? I'll put the diamond hoe because I have the diamond hoe, but other than that, everything is a web file. I can't. Unfortunately. I'll put the diamond hoe, but I can't do anything more than that because I don't have it. I can't. Here's the diamond hoe. Where do you want it? In between the tits? There you go. Even though it's not really going to be in between because of how detailed my model is. And then here, I will have the diamond hat just for you. Okay? Just for you, I'll put the diamond hat on because I feel bad. up, Hill Rider? I got double scammed in one stream, being famous changed Sploofy for real. Dude, shut the fuck up. Just came in to say hello and going away because I need to go to bed soon. Okay, sounds good, Billy. Sounds good. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. I guess we'll just lay the diamond hole on my shoulder. Good enough. Okay, drawing stream. Now, I have a question. I have a question for you guys. Would you guys want me to draw something, or do you guys want me to paint by numbers and we just chill here and we paint by numbers, or do you want me to actually draw something? Because I have these already, like, paint by numbers. Also, these other ones, this is my little sketch. Oh, you guys can't see my mouse, but my sketch here in the middle was supposed to be my emotes, but then I gave up on my emotes. I just sent you PNG of hose. Mother flying fuck of a duck. Okay, it's still a web file. Why? What? They're still web files. Marshy. You stole them from Google and sent them as a fucking web PNG, didn't you? It's not a web PNG, it's a web file. It's WEBP. They're web PNGs. Anyway, regardless, these are the things I've drawn before. This is my old mod crew before they became complete assholes. And then I drew Yune Kuroko. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but I drew her emotes, some of her emotes. I drew my old emotes of my old model. And then my Elf Fox Princess model, I drew those emotes. A lot of those. The ass cheeks, the iconic ass cheeks, and the pineapple, and then my 3D model emotes. And then I did Sage ones, or Valorant ones, because I played Valorant, so I decided to do Valorant emotes, but that didn't go well. And then I tried to do, like, little, decorative new follower, new subscriber type shit. Yeah, that didn't go well. I didn't like how it looked on my screen, but I made multiple of those at one point. Fun fact. That is cute. No, you're cute. Don't forget, you guys, I am on YouTube and on TikTok if you guys want to go over there and go say hello. That would help out tremendously. Well, shit. Hold on, because then that's a problem. Huh. 1 second. Okay, should be fine. Should be fine now. I'm not good at drawing at all. These are terrible. Yeah, and then I used to do stickers, and I wanted to make a sticker business, but that didn't do so well. So my question is, do you guys want me to actually draw something? They were originally PNG files, strange. Hi, Onward, welcome in. I think what happened is my computer right now is having an absolute stroke, and for right now, all the PNGs are considered web files. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you what's going on. Do you guys want to start with a paint by numbers? Because we're here, we could be here for a while. Could I see a Sploofy drawing? These are all Sploofy drawings. I drew these. All of these were for me. All of these, I drew all of these. Yeah, so let's do a paint by numbers, a really quick one. Just to like chat with you guys, talk to you guys for a little bit, and how's your days and stuff? And I hope everything has been well. You know, same old, same old. How's your guys' day? And we'll do sketching, because I think sketching will be cute. So, my day has been good. That's good. We'll do number 1 first. So wherever we see a 1, which I don't see a 1, where the fuck are the 1s? Oops. Oh, there's a 1. Very, very tiny 1 right there. I have to get up for work in 5 hours. Chat, do I go eep or watch through stream? You go eep. You definitely go eepies. Oops. I can't control how big... Okay, so... We are drawing in the lines! We're adults! Oh my god, how cute! How fun! I don't know if I like the pencil. I kind of want to buy a iPad. Whatchamacallit? Hi Twixbin. Good morning. How are you? I kind of want to. Is that Minecraft Steve? Hi. No, this is just Lucky being an asshole. Where the fuck are the 1s? Was there really just 1 1? Are you serious? I mean, I guess. Okay, we'll move on to 2 then. The colors of being on the stream just look so much brighter on your guys' screen rather than mine. It's actually trippy. I hope the music is fine for you guys. Hope it's not too loud. Lucky being scammed is what she wanted to say. I didn't mean to. Do you guys want me to turn up the music a little bit, or is it okay? Is it good? Are we fine? Or should we finally listen to FNAF lore while we do this? Music is a little low. There are some PNG files. Dude, I'm telling you, it's not gonna work. And now they're not transparent. Marshy, now they're not transparent. Okay, so let's listen to FNAF. I know, Marshy, I know. It sounds like I'm pain. Okay, 5 nights at Freddy's lore explained. Art stream and FNAF? Okay, done. I give up. I know. Just refund the points back to Lucky. That's all.
Alright. I don't think they're possessed by the 5 children who were murdered in the FNAF 2 location. But
is that loud
Fungi
enough?
says
Is that good for you guys? Might be a little bit too loud, to be fair.
So if Chica's medal,
you guys
has
let
the
me know if it's
imprint
too
of the
loud.
life force of a girl who Purple Guy killed,
Is this
and
okay?
that medal was then reused in Toy Chica, then maybe she takes off her beak because this girl
Can you guys
likes
still
taking
hear
off her
me?
toy's beak. Kids these days just can't keep their hands to themselves. It's possible the staff had to put Chica's beak back on after every shift.
Good.
There were some theories that these kids would all be the MCI victims, like this kid is actually possessing Balloon Boy, this one is Freddy, but it's not like this kid becomes Springtrap. And then there's another theory that this is Jeremy from FNAF 2. So I don't want to overreach and say this is Chica.
I keep
but
accidentally
I think that makes
hitting
more
my
sense
microphone.
Than Dream Theory. People like Dream Theory because it answers everything and is easy. Dream Theory is simple. Everything else is complex. Then you walk up to your house.
Did you guys, as a kid, when you started drawing or coloring and shit, do you guys
Scott basically came out
outline the circle first? Or where you're drawing,
obviously,
do you guys outline it first?
With a copyright date,
and
that
then
does not mean that it is
color
currently
in
the
the
year of
inside?
the copyright date. If I'm making a movie and someone is watching The Wizard of Oz, that does not mean the movie takes place in the 30s. It does
I
mean
do.
the movie takes place
What I used
at
to do
least
is
after
I
that
used to
year.
take crayon
But yeah, Scott
and
did come
like
out to
do the
confirm that this means
outside
that the game
first,
takes place in
and then
1983,
I would go in with
meaning our timeline
marker
of important events will now look
and
like
go in the
sometime
middle
in
with
roughly
marker.
1972, the Fredbear characters are created.
Or the other way
1983,
around. I don't
CC's
remember.
birthday bash.
But I know like I did the
1985,
outline
MCI.
first in a different
1987, the
material,
kidnapped children's incident in the Bite of 87.
but with the same color,
1992,
I
FNAF
would
1
go
closes and Phone Guy dies. In 2015,
in the
Springtrap
middle
is unleashed. Meaning
the
we are 2
drawn
years
area.
away from Phone Guy
Also,
committing his
did you
first
guys
murder.
know
And I got
that
no
in
idea
order
what sets them off
to
and causes that
actually
to happen.
have
I
like
hope
a
we find
full
out. If
area
you go
to
right
where
past your bedroom,
it looks
you'll
like
find
a
the room of a
solid
young
color,
girl.
you're
There is
supposed
a
to go in
disassembled
really
toy of what
small
appears to be
increments
Mangle
in the
on floor.
large
And
area.
this is one of the things that confused a lot
Just
of
like what
people
I'm
back in
doing.
the
By the
day.
way, Swift, you
People
said something
assumed
about wanting
that
to buy
Mangle
an
was
iPad
invented
pen,
at
or
the
what
FNAF
was
2
Sorry, the
location,
sentence didn't
putting
stop.
his creation
Oh no,
sometime around
I
1987.
bought. This is my.
But this
I'm
technically
drawing
is
on
not
my
stated
iPad right
anywhere.
now.
The Phone Guy line is
They tried to remake Foxy,
Do you guys
know?
like
They thought the
the
first one was too
sketching,
scary,
or do we
so
do
they
things?
redesigned them to be more kid-friendly and put them in Kids
That might be
Cove
nice.
to keep the toddlers entertained, you know. But kids these days just can't keep their hands to themselves. The staff literally had to put Foxy back together at the end of
Yeah, I'm
every
using
shift.
my iPad right
Eventually,
now.
they just stopped
I'd
trying
like
and left
to
him as some kind of take
use
apart, put
an
back
actual
together
tablet
attraction.
for.
Now he's just a mess of parts. I think the employees refer to him as just the mangle.
Yeah, I think I like
There's
the
no reason
pencil
they
look.
can't have decided to remake
like the
Foxy
pencil
and put
look.
him in Kids Cove in the original Freddy's location. The FNAF 2 location was only open
I'd
for
like
1
to
week
have
before you
a
start the game.
Osu
So the choice
tablet
of words
to
with
play
him saying
Osu.
eventually after every shift, well, that makes it seem like it lasted more than a week. I think it's safe to say that Mangle existed in the first Freddy's Pizza location. Meaning
I think
that this
in
girl
any
having a Mangle toy
tablet, I
makes
could
perfect
actually
sense,
draw on my PC
even though this game takes place
as well
before
instead
FNAF
of
2.
using my iPad.
When you enter your room, Foxy Bro jump scares
Oh,
you.
maybe lower. Okay.
Tomorrow is another day.
Is that good? Can we hear me? Can we hear?
One day until the party.
Are we okay?
This scene starts in the back room of the pizzeria. Much like the one in FNAF 1, there are spare costumes and endo parts. On the floor is a headless animatronic. This has caused a lot of drama in the community because some
Yes,
people
above.
think it has
Cool,
a kid
cool,
shoved
cool.
inside
Thank
it,
you.
and that is hair sticking out.
That's
I'm
so
not 100%
annoying that I
sure, but I think
can't
it's
like
just wires.
fix
The idea that Purple Guy would murder a kid,
how loud I
shove him
can
in
be,
there
or
in
how
front of
loud
Cece,
FNAF
and
can
then leave the
be,
suit
or
headless so the
any
body is just
desktop
out in
or
the open
music,
makes so little
because
sense.
through my
Cece
headset
cries
it's like
out,
much
Please,
weirder
let me out.
and hard to explain.
Please.
My stuff for my
Please let me
headset
out.
is much
It's implied that Foxy Bro locked him
louder
in this
on
room,
my end,
which is obviously
so I
the
turn
scariest
a lot
room
of
in the
stuff down,
building.
and it's like blaring in
all
my
other nights,
ears.
the
But for
text,
you guys,
"Tomorrow
like
is
it
another
could
day,"
be
does not appear.
barely
The next night
heard.
is different from all
makes
other nights.
sense.
Instead of the roster of animatronics we've been facing so far, there is now only one enemy, Nightmare Fredbear, an evil manifestation of the creature Cece fears the most. Despite Fredbear
So
being
this
his best
weekend,
friend,
I
it
went
should be noted that
to
Fredbear the
a
plush
indoor
and the
water park with
Nightmare
my
have
boyfriend,
purple
and
hats
that
and
shit
ties.
was so
Golden Freddy,
much
as we will come to
fucking
know him
fun.
as later,
I
has
am
black
21, so I'm
accessories.
able to
So
drink.
while Fredbear and Golden Freddy are
And there was
basically the
this
same
like
character,
little
it seems like
area
between this
in
game
the
and
water
next
park
game
that
he
is only
appears
for
in,
adults,
the company
and it
changes
looks
his
like
appearance
a
for some
nightclub
reason.
kind of thing with
It
like
should also be
an
noted
underwater
that the version
scene.
of Fredbear
And
in
I
the
was
Stage
so
01
I wanted
minigame
to go
from
in
FNAF
so
3 has
freaking
black
badly,
accessories,
but
putting this moment
my boyfriend doesn't
after
turn
FNAF
21
4's minigames.
until 2 months.
As Fredbear
So I wasn't
travels
able to.
around
I
the
mean, I
map,
was able to
glitching
go
to
in,
various
but I
different
didn't want to go
sides,
by
we
myself.
actually see
But
a
it looked
screen
so
where the
fucking
three
cool.
cheering
I got a drink
children turn into
regardless. I
only
got myself
two
a pina
cheering
colada.
children. This may indicate
And
the spring
normally
Bonnie
I only go
character
for
has
rum. That's the
killed
whole reason
while
why I
Fredbear
got a
was
pina
absent.
colada, because rum
This
is
would line up
absolutely
with our
delicious, and I'm a
timeline
rummy
of the
girl.
MCI
Good night, everyone.
happening
Have an amazing
sometime
stream and stay
after
hydrated. I will.
1983.
Thank you. Thank you.
After Fredbear will
And
go from purple
actually,
to black
like the
accessories.
cove
Let's take a
or
look
whatever
at
you
what
want to
may have
fucking call
caused
it, the
that
nightclub
change.
underwater type
0 days
shit.
until the
I was
party.
I was so amazed at how
It's
they got that
Cece's
shit
birthday party at
done,
Freddy's,
and the way
place
it
that he
looked, and
hates.
it
A
looked
place that
absolutely
makes him
amazing.
cry in front of all
It
the
was so
neighborhood
far away
children.
from the kids
In front of
too,
him
so
is
you
his
didn't have to
brother
worry
and his
about
brother's 3 friends
kids.
in
It
masks.
was so great.
The Freddy masked kid is likely the one
Black
that laughed at Cece
rum
earlier, although although
You
his
don't
hair
like
is a slightly
rum?
different
Rum is
color.
amazing.
That's
What do you
fine, though. We can
mean?
excuse things being a slightly different color.
Rum is
it's just a
so
minor
good.
mistake. In
Good
blue
thing I'm
text,
drawing on a
we read,
tablet. I'm just
Wow, your brother is kind of a baby,
going
isn't
on
he?
the
Given that Foxy
fucking
Bro's
lines
text
here.
is gray like his shirt, it's unclear if the blue text belongs to Bonnie Kid or Chica Kid, whose shirt is blue.
It's hilarious.
Shit tastes
Why don't
awful.
we help him get
That's
a
like
closer look?
rum
He will
tastes
love it.
good with other
No,
things. I wouldn't say
please.
rum by itself,
on,
but
guys.
rum like
Let's
with
give this little
fruit
man a
punch
lift.
or
He wants to get up close.
like I
and
went to a
personal.
restaurant with my
Now
boyfriend.
this part makes
and
no
we
sense
went
as they walk past
to
the
like a
shadows
burger
to the
joint,
stage with the
and we
characters on
walked
it.
in,
Either I'm
and they
incapable of
immediately
grasping the
carded me
perspective
when
of
I
this
asked for a
2D
drink,
landscape's
and they're like, "Yeah, you look a little
or
bit
these
too
actually
young. I'd
are
like
the
to
shadow
see your
animatronics,
ID, some
watching
form
events
of
take hold,
ID."
and nobody
And
but
so I
us
gave
can
it
see
to
them.
her, and she
No,
was able to
I
give me a
don't want to
drink.
go. You heard the little man. He wants to
And
get
what
even
she
closer.
gave me was
Hey guys, I
a
think the little man said he
adult
wants to give
version
Fredbear
of
a
Capri
big
Sun.
kiss.
It was so good. It was
On three.
unbelievably good.
1, 2.
Sorry, I don't mean to be talking over FNAF. I don't know what's going on. Is this the bite of 87?
Night 6 has every animatronic in the original Freddy crew, as well as Nightmare Fredbear. Completion of this night leads us to the final cutscene.
This is the marionette, isn't it? I like vodka and soju. Vodka is too fucking strong for me. You are insane for saying you like vodka.
Gray text, the text indicating that it's Foxy Bro speaking. He says,
Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sorry.
Yellow text, Fredbear's text, then says,
You're broken. We are still your friends.
Soju is good. Everything else tastes like shit. I mean,
Do you
I
still believe
guess.
that?
We still have 2 spots.
I am still here.
the plushes all fade away, leaving Fredbear last.
I will put you back together.
Then, Cece fades away. But it's not the scene ending. The ground is still visible. It's just Cece.
Do you guys like paint by numbers?
Also, the FNAF Wiki claims that this song is from Halo. It's not. There's a YouTube video where somebody
Is
used
okay.
this song
Drink
over like
some
a montage
water,
of sad Halo
bitch.
moments, and for some
Thank you
reason
for the
people think
hydrate.
that the song is then from Halo. It's actually from a royalty-free audio library.
I have this
And nobody
fucking
questioned
pimple
how Scott would
underneath
be able to
my
license music
lip,
from Bungie
and
if
you
they
know
just
it's like
wrote it on the
super
wiki.
close to
Also,
your
yeah,
lip.
Cece's dead.
I don't
think
know if
the
you guys
text
ever
here is
gotten
pretty
those pimples before. It's
self-explanatory.
not
As
herpes,
the
I
plushies
or a
fade,
cold
Fredbear tells
sore,
Cece that
but
they're
it's
still his
legitimately a
friends. As they
pimple
disappear, it is
just
symbolically
underneath
showing
your
that
lip,
Cece no
and it
longer
bothers
considers
me
them his
so
friends,
fucking
because
much.
kids wearing the masks of those
It
characters
makes me look like I
just
have
killed
herpes,
him.
and I hate
Fredbear
it.
desperately clings to
It's
Cece,
literally
saying,
just a
I'm still
pimple.
here. I will put you back together. And then he disappears too. This is Cece giving up on these characters, not just the animatronics, but the plushies too.
And my
I
model
can hear
broke
fans
again.
screaming about how I didn't mention that the text is a different color when Fredbear talks on this final night. And that is true. His text color for the rest of the nights is darker. This is different. There's a lot of different theories for this. For one, lighter colored Fredbear shares the text color with Pigtail Girl from earlier. So maybe that's the sister and this is her talking. Maybe she was Fredbear all along.
Wait, Freddy was a girl?
There's also the possibility that it is literally just a mistake. Like I said earlier, we can forgive slight color errors. Like Scott, while programming, accidentally copied the color code from Pigtail Girl's text instead of all the other instances of Fredbear, because they just look so similar. Then there's the theory that there's just something different about the voice during this final scene. For example, if Fredbear has a speaker inside of him explaining how he talks, then maybe Foxy Bro goes from talking out loud to then talking through the plush to try to reach his brother. Or if it's some other character like Cece's father,
Foxy has a brother?
who has been talking through the plush the entire game, maybe now he's not talking through the plush. Maybe now the father is talking in the same room as Cece. My personal theory about the plush is completely based on evidence from the next game, so we'll get back to that. But for now, just keep in mind that there is a debate to this very day about what the bear is.
Shit.
At first glance, the story told in this game is completely nonsensical with the rest of the series. We know that there were 5 MCI victims, and thus this kid is not the spirit inside Golden Freddy, because he was not killed by the purple guy. So he does not count as one of those 5 kids. This is before the murders, and before Purple Guy starts tampering with soul juice.
I have
So
not,
why
but it
is this
sounds
story
bothersome.
being told?
Paint by
Who
number
is this
sounds
kid
bothersome.
who to this day is nameless?
I
Why
think
is
this
his
is
story
super
important? To try to figure that out, we need to
relaxing.
look at some Easter eggs hidden in the game. Beyond the supernatural appearance of the nightmare animatronics in the main gameplay, there's also other aspects of the game that appear to be not entirely real. Occasionally, when looking behind you at the bed, you can see a bottle of pills, flowers in a vase, and
The
an
pimple,
IV
not the
drip.
pimple. Oh
These
yeah.
being
The
obvious
pimples
references
are
to a
fucking
hospital,
horrendous.
Or to Cece dying in the hospital after the bite. There's a
Actually
chance that
hurts like a
strange ambient
bitch.
noise can be heard while playing. When sped up and reversed, the audio
I have
is
a
actually
patch
the
on
phone
it
call
right
from
now,
night
and it's
1
actually
of FNAF
preventing
1.
me from talking and drinking and whatever. I mean, I can easily take it off, but I want this patch or this pimple to fucking go away so badly. Makes me look and feel dirty, and I don't
This
like
is one
that.
of the most important pieces of evidence for trying to figure out what this gameplay is actually trying to say. For one, it firmly places the events of the nighttime gameplay itself after FNAF 1. It also limits the candidates who we might be playing as to 2 different people, Phone Guy and Mike Schmidt. There's also a purple phone toy in the room, which seemingly is just an Easter egg to the other games,
That is
but it takes on a
understandable.
new meaning if you take into account the fact that this game is supposed to be a dream. The actual game's gameplay, the nighttime part, is a dream, or a nightmare, being had by Mike Schmidt sometime after FNAF 1. He's dreaming about his time as a night guard.
I'm seeing
Chica
the
coming from right, Bonnie
number
from the left,
1
Foxy
now.
behind a curtain,
Now
and
that
Freddy
we're a
behind
little
him.
bit closer,
The phone
I
from the
missed a
office
couple
is here.
spots.
He can hear the recorded phone call from his first night on the job. He can see references to a hospital where his brother Cece died. This story is being told because it's the origin of Mike Schmidt,
Hi, Sherry.
Foxy
How are you?
Bro, who accidentally got his brother killed as a teenager, and who later went on to be a security guard at Freddy's. I said earlier that we can roll out Cece being the spirit inside Golden Freddy, because Golden Freddy is already possessed by one of the MCI kids. Except we don't need to rule him out. Back in FNAF 3, we saw Golden Freddy with a light inside his head that appeared to be 2 different lights. Having 2 souls
Now we
might
move
be why
on
he's
to
capable of
3.
teleporting. Being 2 beings is probably why his head is capable of flying at the player in FNAF 2. Because that aspect of the character is 1 soul, the more violent MCI victim's soul. Whereas all Golden Freddy normally does is crash the game. He doesn't kill you, because Cece wouldn't kill his older brother. He would just appear to him and say, "It's me." The Happiest Day minigame in FNAF 3 is a mirrored version of the restaurant from FNAF 4, except this time, the kids in the Freddy masks are there to celebrate Golden Freddy's birthday with
I
the
don't
help
even know
of
what
the puppet.
number that is.
They're
on
recreating the
tip.
birthday party he never got, to give it its happy ending. As he died, Cece stopped thinking of these characters as his friends, but when they all came up to him to give him a good birthday, he then voluntarily put on his Fredbear mask, reuniting with his friends. His friends, the Freddy's characters, not the MCI kids. Golden Freddy doesn't exist in the good ending.
I wish
of
you
FNAF
guys
3,
could see
because
it
even
where
though
I'm
Cece's
placing my
soul was
pen,
freed,
because
the
there
MCI
is
kid, the one who he shared the
thingy
suit with,
to do
was
that.
not. So the story of FNAF
but
is
it
the
will
story
follow
of
my
Mike Schmidt,
mouse
who accidentally
rather
got his
than
brother
my
killed at a Freddy's in
iPad.
1983. He investigates the kidnappings and
'Cause
possible
my iPad
deaths
is just
of
a
children
video
in
capture.
1987, the day after the bite of 87, but then was fired that same day for tampering with the animatronics. 5 years later, in 1992, he applied to be the security guard at the next Freddy's location after Phone Guy announced he was retiring. His brother appeared before him in a ghostly apparition and said,
You
"It's
mean the
me."
magnetic
After
side
getting
thing?
fired for tampering with
no.
the animatronics and odor,
I'm just following the
again,
colors.
he started having nightmares about his time as a security guard
No,
and his brother's ghost.
there's a thing
These
to
dreams took
where
place inside his
people
childhood
on
bedroom,
drawing
a
streams,
room that we never see
their
in the
mouse
minigames
is
in FNAF
followed by a
4.
pen, so
When a
like
new
when
Freddy's
they're
location
drawing
finally opened up
on
years
the
later,
stream,
Fazbear
it looks like
Frights.
they're
He took
drawing.
the
Does
job.
that make sense?
He worked there
But
for
really,
a while
it's
before the game
like a
started until they brought in the
pen. I don't think that
Springtrap
makes sense.
animatronic. He hallucinates
Try
the
to make
animatronics
sense
he
of it,
saw at the
but
other buildings while he's
I'm not
warding
smart.
off Springtrap. And the puppet, who is really there, spares him because he knows that Mike is not Purple Guy.
Hi,
Mike
Eternal.
eventually burns the place down, defeating Purple Guy once
My
and for
model
all.
just broke
He
again.
frees all of the spirits, including his own brother. That is the story of FNAF, with some loose threads. We know that Springtrap, like in any good horror movie, survived and is ready for the next adventure. We know that one of the souls inside Golden Freddy is still around, and then there is the one left hanging
We know you're
cliffhanger,
not
which
smart.
we're gonna talk about right
Damn.
now. We're gonna talk about the box.
What's
After
funny
completing
about
the
my
final
model not
challenge of
working?
FNAF 4,
It's
you're
literally
greeted
like
with this
nothing
screen.
should be
It's a small
preventing
box
or
with two
making it go
locks.
slow.
The text,
Perhaps
Absolutely
something
nothing.
for now.
appears above the box. I think the word forgotten is the key word in that text. We'll talk about that more later. Scott would say later that this is not a tease about a future FNAF game. The box was to be opened once somebody solved the mystery of FNAF 4. I said in the beginning that Scott likes to make games using the criticism from his previous game. He said he was disappointed by how quickly the lore was figured out in the first 3 FNAF games, so he wanted to make the 4th game more complex. He assumed that somebody like MatPat would figure it out, but nobody ever did. To this day, nobody agrees on what FNAF 4 is about. So whatever is in that box has to be a solution that is validated by somebody figuring out the story. Theories that it's just Cece's plushes or it's the puppet don't actually reveal or explain anything. I'll talk about what I think is in the box in a couple minutes, but to this day, people still cannot agree on what they think's inside it, with the best guess being evidence for dream theory.
When our powers combine, we can come up with a cringeworthy theory that the internet might only mildly cancel us.
R.I.P. Game Theory.
After FNAF 4, Game Theory had a live stream where the world's leading FNAF experts talked about the story, which at that point we thought was complete. I remember watching this stream live as it happened, and let me tell you, it was the hypest thing imaginable. I also think it's funny that a lot of people who talk about FNAF on YouTube will mention that they watched this stream happening live.
There's still
it's like
a
there's
lot
this group
of
of people who
tubes.
led very
How
different
did I
lives.
miss so
They all
many?
converged for one moment in 2015.
How'd you guys let
watching
me
Matt
miss
Pat
so
live
many?
on stream, and then splintered off again. But now are all talking about FNAF on YouTube and watching each other's videos, and it really seems like this one moment in time is like the origin story for a lot of people. This is a Nexus event. This is a canon moment. Anyway, while Matt Pat
Can you
and his
guys even
buddies
see
were
it's very
rambling
small
on
to
trying
me?
to solve
Oh,
the
you guys
game,
can't see the
Scott
numbers?
started updating his website with hints trying to
Can't believe
steer the conversation. Scott would say years
I have
later
to
that
blame
he regretted
somebody.
interacting with the community by commenting on theories because he felt like he led people down the wrong path. And I think he's talking about this live stream. The things Scott posted during this live stream have been held up like the holy bible of FNAF, where people act like if
there's
you can
another
answer
two.
these
God
questions, you
damn
can
it.
solve the whole story.
So, okay, so clearly this is something that a lot of people have screenshotted off the Scott games.
In the FNAF 4 minigame,
There's
why would the tiny
another
toy Chica be missing
two.
her beak? That,
This is literally, can I just say how literally insane, like, I'm really excited, like, this is...
We broke it open again.
No,
There's
I mean,
another
Scott,
two?
no,
There's
Scott
so
has
many
broken it
twos!
open
Well, but I
for
mean-
us.
but I mean,
He's like, hey guys, look at the thing that you missed.
Yeah.
Oh, and oh my gosh, and even in the asset you see Chica's beak lying on the ground. There, right there. Which is a reference to FNAF 2.
This is a reference to what I
Numbers
discussed before
with
about this girl and her
Sploof.
toys.
Did you do your?
Back
Oh my
then,
god, I did
when
not.
I was making fun of Dream Theory, I mentioned how Dream
I
Theory.
haven't been. I completely forgot Honkai was a
because
thing.
Cece saw this broken toy right now. But I think this is backwards. I think the Toy Chica in the game is missing her beak because Toy Chica in FNAF 2 is missing her beak.
The monthly
and if you're
pass.
confused and saying, well, how can something that happens
Rip
in
my
1987
$15
because
I haven't touched that game in a
well,
while.
I will get to that, and you will be no less confused.
That's when she loses her
That
beak.
goes to
Am I
show
correct in saying
I will
believe so?
not play that
Dr.
game
Dew,
again.
Can you confirm or?
Hold on, I'm sorry. Scott's done another question. Oh god, he said, what is seen in shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child. Silence.
Confucius say.
What is seen in the shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child?
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
This has been interpreted in multiple ways, including the shadow animatronics, and also this scene of Cece watching Purple Guy put a performer into their costume. My issue with this scene being the catalyst for any theory, especially if the theory is that Cece thinks this is Purple Guy the murderer stuffing someone in a suit to kill them, is that he doesn't seem scared of this action at all. He's scared of the guy in the Fredbear costume. He was also scared of the restaurant before seeing this.
I'm like
some people
super
also think
tired
it's a reference
for some
to the
reason.
Nightmare animatronics. Basically, they don't actually look like nightmares.
That's not
They
good.
look like something else, and they're just misunderstood in the darkness. I disagree, because of Scott using the words easily misunderstood. When we later talk about why the Nightmare animatronics look like this, you'll see that there's nothing easy about it.
Here's a weird. This is weird, okay? But it's one of the things that immediately jumps to my mind. Is it possible? Again, this is completely off the wall. Is it possible that FNAF 2 didn't actually happen?
And it was just, yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, is it possible? Yeah, no, is it possible that FNAF 2, like, the main game of FNAF 2, like, putting on the mask, the animatronics, like, sliding across the screen, jumping out, all that stuff, is it possible that all similar to FNAF 4, which takes place inside the mind of a child, you know, is it possible that FNAF 2 also took place in the mind of a child? What? What the fuck? You know, maybe, again, this tortured boy who sees Chica without her beak, who sees the toy animatronics, who sees Mangle in pieces in a separate room in his home. Is that a I don't know. Like, again, this is me theorizing out of the blue, just toss it. But my mind, when I hear, or when I see Chica without her beak, and I hear Scott saying, you know, what exists in the mind of what you see in the shadows, what you know, could be, like, is FNAF 2 just this hypothetical situation that this child has, like...
This needs to stop now!
And I hate going to the, like... Because one of the things that we strive for on Game Theorists is, when we create theories, not resorting to, like, it's a coma! What if everything in FNAF was just a dream? That's right, a FNAF dream theory. That everything we play through in these games was created in the mind of the FNAF 4's crying child. The nail in the coffin. The one piece of evidence that no one can deny and that, to my knowledge, no one has talked about in the months of theorizing. The detail that convinced me this theory has to be true. Are you ready to have your mind blown? Listen to the sound that you hear at the end of every night of the first 3 games. A grandfather clock, chiming the same song every time. Why would the end of my shift in an office be signaled by a grandfather clock chime? It wouldn't, unless I was asleep, dreaming in my house, with a grandfather clock right outside my room. Just like the layout of the crying child's house we see in the FNAF 4 minigames. 6 o'clock a.m., time to get up. But now let's look at FNAF 4. How does each night end
You
there?
think Scott, even the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, does he actually know what the fuck is going on?
In a hospital, trying to recover from being bitten.
Do you think
Hence
he actually
the pills,
knew
IV,
what happened
and flower
like,
Easter eggs.
throughout
No
these
hospital has a
lore?
grandfather clock, but they're all equipped with a generic digital alarm clock. This, to me, was the missing link, the piece of evidence that took this theory from convenient explanation for a lot of the game's weirdness to definitive proof that this is what Scott intended.
Well, I have a feeling he was pretty lost.
He said...
Oh, this is still from Scott?
Is this email?
No, apparently it's from the website.
Alright.
It said 4 games, 1 story. That's what he said on the website. 4 games, 1 story.
I mean, we were assuming that it was kind of one story. I mean...
4 games, 1 story. This clearly was pointing people in the direction that this wasn't just some random story about a kid who died years before the other games. We've already talked about how Foxy Bro is Mike Schmidt, so there you go. That's
Drink
how all
some
4
water,
games are 1 story.
bitch.
These hints and
I
general theories
fucking
about the
hate
game
you.
led to Dream Theory. Now,
Just
I've already
said how
that I
my
think that the
pimple has a
nighttime
problem
gameplay
with
segments
drinking
of
and
FNAF
shit,
4 are
and you
a dream.
redeem drinking.
But this theory is saying that every single FNAF game is a dream being had by CC. He gets bit, he goes to the hospital, he dreams FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3, and FNAF 4, with the only real things being the mini-games in FNAF 4. Purple Guy in his nightmares
what I'm
is a
really
murderer who stuffs kids
in the
into
mood
suits
to
because he saw him
watch.
putting someone in a suit, and this girl told him that the
I
animatronics
really
come
want
to
to
life at night
watch
and kill people, which is why
The
he
Walking
dreams
Dead
FNAF 1. And he got bit,
Telltale
so obviously he
series
dreams about the bite
again,
of 87.
or
And
listen
Toy
to
Chica is
it
missing
at
her beak
least.
because this toy was missing its beak. In fact, the toy animatronics only exist
Because I
because
can't
toys
sit
exist.
here and listen to
Springtrap
this
is
Five
based on
Nights
this
at Freddy's
plushie being a
bullshit.
finger trap. And Balloon Boy is this kid.
The game.
Some of this makes sense.
The
like
water
Toy
does
Chica
not
beak
help
thing.
with the pimples.
But so much of it does not. This means that he dreamt FNAF 1 through 3 at home before being taken to the hospital to dream FNAF 4. And for some reason, there's a digital clock going off at 6 a.m. in a room in a hospital for a boy in a coma. It means that this boy, in the year 1983, is having a dream about being an adult security guard in 1992, including dreaming about correct minimum wage increases from 1987 to 1992. He dreamt things like overtime paychecks, the existence of furries by 2015. He dreamt he was multiple different people, including Jeremy, Fritz, and Michael. And he dreamt Happiest Day, which is obviously the conclusion of his story. That's his character arc. But he also dreamt this conversation in the void with Fredbear plush. His death. This is his ending. He has 2 endings in this theory. If there's nothing supernatural going on and it's a dream, he has 2 endings. If there is something supernatural going on and it's not a dream, one ending is his death and the other ending is him moving on. Dream theory will be completely disproven by FNAF 5, but the modern idea is that dream theory was the intended way to solve FNAF 4, and then Scott changed it, because it was all a dream, endings are dumb. This allows people to basically write off FNAF 4, because any details that don't line up with their theories can easily be shoved aside and say, oh, that was a hint of dream theory, which is retcon, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. I don't think Scott is the kind of person to write an "it was all a dream" ending. The following is an excerpt from something Scott wrote on Steam on August 24th, 2015, a month and a day after FNAF 4 released. I have something fun in mind, a new game, not FNAF 5, but it will be a real challenge to have even a small playable portion by October 31st. If a playable demo isn't ready by then at the very least, there will be some sneak peek content. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, Scott was planning on a Halloween update for FNAF 4, and that's what this post is about, so he's gonna now address the box will not be opened in that update. Now I want to talk about what won't be included, the box. You know, when I released the first game over a year ago, I was amazed at how quickly everyone found every bit of lore and story. Then the same happened with Part 2.
Researchers determined
Fans
that
and
played a
YouTubers
role
dug
in
in and found
ability.
everything. Game Theory did an incredible video.
Well,
on Part
I
2,
think it's because
getting
of how
almost
dirty
everything
people's
right.
faces are.
Then
That's
Part
like a
3 came
big
out,
thing
and
about
once
it. It doesn't
again,
even
the
matter
story
if
was
it was
uncovered
in
by
your
the community.
past or in your
It seemed that there was
family.
nothing I could hide. But then I released Part 4, and somehow, no one, not a single person, found the pieces. The story remains completely hidden. I guess most people assumed that I filled the game with random Easter eggs this time. I didn't. What's in the box? it's the pieces put together. But the bigger question is, would the community accept it that way? The fact that the pieces have remained elusive this time strikes me as
My hand is starting to cramp up. I haven't drawn in so long.
And because of that,
For me, I have a higher
decided
chance
that
when I
maybe
don't
some
sleep
things
at
are
all.
best left forgotten
What,
forever.
pimples?
People take the
Getting
"but would the
pimples?
community accept it that way" quote and put it further as more evidence for dream theory. But I don't. But my theory is entirely based on the next game in the franchise. The one that Scott hinted to at the beginning of this post.
Yeah,
a game
sleep, what's that?
called FNAF World.
I don't
But
think...
before we talk about that, we gotta talk about the books.
More like belongs in the trash.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's right, in December of 2015, the first FNAF book came out, The Silver Eyes. The Silver Eyes, and the following 2 books that make up its trilogy, are about a girl named Charlotte Emily, or Charlie. Charlie lives in Utah, and her father Henry was one of the founders of Freddy's, along with his business partner William Afton. When Charlie was a kid, her brother Sam was killed at Fredbear's Family Diner, and then when she was a bit older, 5 kids went missing, including her friend Michael. The book picks up 10 years later, when Charlie and her school friends reunite in town and go to Freddy's and run into a security guard who it turns out is William Afton. They then kill him by spring-locking him into the Spring Bonnie suit and escape. The murder of Sam, and then years later, 5 more kids, by someone in a Spring Bonnie suit, of course, follows the game story very well. Scott said these books are not retellings of the game.
I kinda
they are an otherworld,
wanna
different
finish
continuity
this
type story.
later.
With that said, we can use some evidence from
I
the books
kinda
for
want to
the
draw
games.
something.
For one, Purple Guy finally has a name, William Afton. The founder of Fredbear's Family Diner has a name, Henry. The games are set in Utah, which is going to be very, very important in a couple of minutes. Yes, I did read all 3 books just to maybe find something important, but the most important thing I found didn't come until the 3rd book.
Yeah,
Through
we're gonna draw.
various context
We're gonna
clues,
try.
we're also able to determine that the Charlie character
I
is
wanna
the
draw
book
this
equivalent of this character from the games. William's first kill
What
outside of
the-
Fredbear's. In the books, it's because he's
So
jealous
how
of
did
Henry
I
and wants
do
to hurt him.
this?
In the games,
Will it stay that
I don't
way?
know.
Okay,
We don't know
well.
yet. Well, I do know, but we'll get back to that. The Silver Eyes trilogy introduces the concept of remnant, which the community jokingly refers to as soul
Wait, look,
juice.
wait, watch
But I still think
this.
that calling it that, even though I did earlier, is a disservice to the concept that Scott had. Going back to the autobiography of a yogi, we see a passage about how the nervous system of animals is similar to the way matter conducts electricity. I think in a more modern sense, you could say that the circuit boards on a robot would kind of be like the nervous system of a human, and the way that possession works would be that the child who possesses a robot would basically imprint their nervous system, and thus their memories and personality and life force, onto the circuit boards and wires and all of that stuff of a robot, and thus now the animatronic is possessed by then. The more of you that is taken away from the robot and replaced, the less of you is left there replacing the robot. I think about it a lot more scientifically rather than religiously. Let's say that you've imprinted onto the robot. If the robot's arm is removed, then now there's less of you imprinted on the robot. But your brain is not split into 2 parts. You don't retain consciousness and control over your now separated arm. The arm is not a Horcrux. Your soul has not been split into 2. But if someone were to take that arm and put it on a purely AI creation,
I got it, hold on.
It would gain a slight amount of your life force. The novels introduce the idea that the metal can be taken and transplanted into other robots. By heating the metal and making it malleable, and then putting it in a new robot, that robot will then have some life in it. In the books, Remnant is much more closely tied to memories than to souls. It's kind of like if you could remove my brainstem and put it in a robot, that robot would have animal-like intelligence. The remnant from the MCI kids is put into other robots, including these stupid little baby things that we'll meet in FNAF 5, and they're explained to have more rudimentary intelligence. One human character is injected with liquid metal, containing the remnant of all of the MCI kids, and he is then able to see them and talk to them. It's like the spirit world is overlaid over reality. They all have issues with their memories. In the book, it's symbolized by pages floating around them through the air. Each child is separated into 5 different ghostly versions. The more papers that they collect, the more they come together and remember things. People try to argue that this indicates that by taking Remnant from the MCI kids and putting it in little robots, that this splits the child's souls. But that's not what the book is depicting, because the children are able to regain their pages and become more opaque and get their memories without the animatronics physically melding back together. I think the splitting of the memories and the taking of the Remnant and having to put in more robots are entirely different concepts that happen to be introduced at the same time, because this scene is the climax of the trilogy.
So this is a store-bought computer. I didn't build this, I acquired it at some point. And this is a PC that I am building myself. This is my invention. Now, this is something I have to get parts and pieces from all over the place. Whereas this is something whole. It has all of its pieces intact. They all come together in one unit. This is a functional PC.
Hi, Retro.
And as of right now, this is not a functional PC. But let's say that I go in here and I take some of the parts out. I take out a stick of RAM, a stick of memory, and I take it and I put it into the new computer. Does that mean that this computer stops being this computer? It's still functional. I can still turn it on. I can still use it as a fully functional PC.
What am I making?
Whereas this one now just went from a useless husk that can't even boot up.
I'm spending 100 since the pop-up resets next
RAM in it.
update.
It has that final piece that actually makes it be able to be
What?
powered up
HSR?
and used. This is still
When
the
are
same
you
computer,
opening commissions?
but now
Commissions
this
for
computer
what?
can be turned
Also,
on. I think of it kind of like the ship of Theseus. Like, if I take parts from this and bring it over here, is this still the same device? Some people might say no, because there's something different
this looks
about it.
horrible.
You can define the moment when it changed.
Let's delete that.
But personally, in my own view of that,
Let's get rid of
problem,
that.
It would still be the same device as long as it can function.
Let's
the
draw
same
for
way,
real.
especially if I go out and I get a new piece and
Alright.
I replace the original one. It's not the part that it came with. It's not the natural part,
Okay.
but now it is something that functions the same way. Now, of course, if I was to reach in
Write
here
my
and take
name.
out
Okay.
all of the memory, all of the RAM, and put it into here, this is now functionally something new, something better than this. It has other parts that makes it better, but it has the same memory. Not only does it have the same capacity for memory, but it actually has the exact same memory on a physiological sense, on an atomic sense. This is the same device that was previously in there, although now that we've taken all the memory out, we have left this one a useless husk.
Okay,
This is now
let's
no
actually
longer
start
a
trying.
computer because all of the memory has been removed from it, whereas this
Okay.
one is something new, but definitely retains some amount of
the
identity
sketching
from this original computer. Well, now I'm upstairs in my office, and this is actually my brand new fancy computer. This is the one that I play games on with its brand new graphics card.
Alrighty.
RGB
I'm
lighting.
scared.
This is my fun time computer. So let's say that when I was building this, I went and I harvested
As long as
3
you're having
sticks
fun,
of RAM.
I'm having a blast.
But I leave one of these sticks down here in this one. So this one, still an empty husk. That one upstairs still has less than this one did originally in its natural store-bought state. But it has 3 times as much as this one. Both of them are able to boot. This can boot and that one can boot. But that one has more, and this one has less. And they're still pieces of the original. At no point did I split anything up. At no point did I duplicate anything in order to create more memory. But that memory was used to bring 2 machines that previously could not be turned on, could not be powered on, could not come to life, that can now come to life. And because of our brilliant, miraculous technology, RAM does not need to be in one stick. We actually have 4 slots for it that can go into the computer, meaning that I'm able to divide the RAM among those 2 devices. I'm able to scale how much memory is in each of the machines that I'm crafting. RAM is Remnant if you didn't get it.
So the original Freddy is a full Freddy, even if some remnant is taken and put over here into the Biddy Babs. The MCI child is still fully possessing Freddy, and the Biddy Babs do have a little bit of that in them, but they are still not that child. The important thing is memory.
Drink
and Scott
some
said
water,
whatever's in that
bitch.
box is best left forgotten for now.
Maybe
When he
having
wrote
a
that,
sideways
he
face
intended
was
for
not
it
a
to
good
be
idea.
revealed
Because I
one
can't
day,
fucking
meaning
see.
one day in the future, it would be remembered.
My ear. Hi,
I
Golden
think this was a
Monkey.
hint to the
Hi.
importance of memory.
What are you gonna
And
draw?
this was
I
trying
don't
to
know yet.
explain what putting somebody back together means. That's what I believe FNAF 3 is about, taking the shattered pieces of Cece's
I
memories
thought this would be a
and
good
putting
drawing,
them back together
but
so he can experience his happiest day.
I don't
He
like
can
it.
have the birthday that he never got, and he can finally move on. His memories needed to be recombined because his head got crunched. Scott said that what's in the box is the pieces put together. And
Can we get a
Fredbear
shout out
said
from
that he
Monkey,
would put
please?
Cece back together. So inside the box is Cece's memories put back together. And I think that Scott intended to reveal that to us once we figured out what the game was trying to tell us. And I believe that the objects within the box are things that would 1. Solve all the lore and the remaining questions, and 2. Be completely self-explanatory were we to see them, on top of ending the series on a high note. I think that by the end of FNAF 4, the lore was entirely solvable, especially with Scott's hints during the GT livestream. Scott was going to open the box like a prize. He was going to say, yes, yes, you got it, you got the right answer. And I think the box would have 3 or so important items. First would be Cece's Fredbear plush, a symbol of him and his youth and innocence, connecting him to Golden Freddy. That would be the yes from Scott to people who theorized that Cece becomes Golden Freddy. Next would be a picture frame, containing a photo of 2 parents, Foxy Bro, Cece, and their sister, and there would be an engraving or an embossing on the plaque, and it would say, the Schmidts, and that would be a yes from Scott to the theory that Foxy Bro is Mike Schmidt. And then the final item would be a box of matches branded after Fazbear's Fright. And that would be a yes that Mike Schmidt is the protagonist of every game, and that FNAF 3 was the climax where he set his brother free with Happiest Day and defeated William Afton once and for all. There is, in fact, a 4th hint that Scott gave during the GT livestream that most people don't talk about.
Here we go. Scott Cawthon, have you thought of who the security guard is? And it's interesting because before all the technical difficulties, one of the things that I wanted to toss out to everyone, because it is one of the final biggest questions of the franchise, the security guards, what role do they play in all of this? So Scott himself is throwing out, okay, so we have Beakless Chica, we have the shadows of, you know, what children see in the shadows can be misinterpreted. 4 games, 1 story, and now who is the security guard? Okay, have you thought about who the security guard is? I mean, we've tried to.
For whatever reason, there isn't an easy-to-view screenshot of this hint, so only people who remember this moment from this 2-hour live stream would group it in with the other 3 hints. MatPat took this as evidence for dream theory, with the implication being that Cece is dreaming he's the guard. But it's not. This is what should have been the final hint to solving what Scott intended. Matt was supposed to figure out that the guard in all the other games, Mike, was Foxy Bro. All of that information is knowable just from the first 4 games, and I think Scott was waiting for somebody to figure out that Foxy Bro was Mike Schmidt, and that Cece is Golden Freddy, and he's saying, it's me, to tell Mike who he is, and Mike is setting up Happiest Day. So in FNAF 3, he freed his brother's soul and killed the killer once and for all. FNAF 4 was supposed to be a simple wrap-up to this story. It was supposed to say, hey guys, you missed all these cool story bits and lore. Isn't it even better now that the entire franchise is a redemption story for Foxy Bro? Isn't it cool that the nighttime security guard in each game was the same person? Was Foxy Bro? But instead, what people took away from it was dream theory. Nobody got it, so Scott decided not to open the box. Realizing that nobody had figured out what he was trying to say, he decided to
I hate it!
And he wanted to fix this flaw with this game in his next title. So he made a game that is basically just one long spoon-feeding things
I'm trying
to the audience. And that is what eventually would become FNAF 5. Many years later, Scott would say that what's in the box has changed. And the reason for that is that the story has retroactively changed. The photo labeled the Schmidts could no longer be what's in the box because
I'm not
of the
doing
events of
fine.
FNAF 5
I don't know
and
how
6.
to draw.
So instead, he made the box something else, and basically everybody agrees on what that is, but we'll have to wait for FNAF 6 to get there. And now we gotta take a detour into FNAF World. Finally. As I end this section, I want to say that even if Scott never
Just keep
confirms what's
practicing,
in the
I believe
box,
in you. I give
feel
up. I
so
can't draw.
gratified, believing
I
that
can't
I have
draw.
finally solved
I don't
the
know
box.
how
This
to
is a mystery that has been
Drawing
lingering
is
for over half a
hard.
decade. Game Theory did this great video about how lingering mysteries and unsolved puzzles really bother people because your brain just can't check it off of their to-do list. You don't feel right until you complete your task. And even if I'm wrong, as I am recording this, I finally feel like I can tick that box off. Like I finally accomplished that task. Like I know, finally, what is in the FNAF 4 box. And it's so simple. It's just saying that all 4 games are one story, but not the story of Purple Guy, the story of Mike Schmidt. Foxy bro. And now on to FNAF World. FNAF World was released in January of 2016, and, like I said, is not FNAF 5. It's a cute, cartoony role-playing game where you make a team of your favorite animatronics and fight some bad guys. It's like Final Fantasy and Earthbound, if they were about a robot bear. You can play as basically any animatronic from the series, so I'm not going to look into any symbolism for the player character. But there are returning NPCs, non-player characters, who might be important. Scott has confirmed that the game is 100% canon to the series. This happened. This is real. This is important. So let's take a look at the game Scott made after FNAF 4 that definitely will not open the box. See, I say that because in the files of the game there's a picture of the box being opened, but still no idea of what's inside it. The game begins in a black void, with square yellow eyes staring at you.
Everything that happens out there has an effect here. Do you understand?
Oh my god.
This is a safe place. This is a sanctuary. But something has gone wrong, and now it can be seen here. Something went very wrong. That's why I am here. But I won't let the same happen to you. I will put you back together.
The repetition of this line from the end of FNAF 4 is intriguing. It makes it seem like you're playing as Cece, which I don't believe because of what happens next. But unfortunately, FNAF World is the most confusing part of the series, while, I think, also being the key to everything. After you create your party, Fredbear, not Golden Freddy because he's a purple hat, tells you there are monsters roaming the world because something has gone wrong on the flip side. If you stay on the screen for long enough, Fredbear will be replaced by a glitching Fredbear, who immediately contradicts what Fredbear is saying.
There is a task for you to complete. You have to leave breadcrumbs for him to help him find his way.
FNAF World is split into 2 quests. There's the quest that Fredbear sends you on to play a nice friendly RPG, and then there's the quest Glitch Fredbear sends you on to find hidden clocks. As you find these clocks, you play a little mini-game. Each clock you find corresponds with one of the FNAF 3 mini-games. Push Balloon Boy into a box to represent putting him in his poster for FNAF 3. You have to enter these squares in the same pattern that you have to click the buttons on the arcade cabinet to play Mangle's quest. You have to put 4 cupcakes into boxes, like how you have to find 4 cupcakes in FNAF 3. There are 3 different tiles with numbers on them. You have to stand on the correct one, with the correct one being the one that has the number sequence from FNAF 3. You have to push Shadow Bonnie into a box, like the Shadow Bonnie plush you have to click on in FNAF 3. The quest that Glitch Bear sends you on is setting up Happiest Day, and Happiest Day is, of course, for Cece. So that means that you, the player character, are not Cece. You are someone else setting up breadcrumbs for him, so that he can find his happiest day. The world map for the game is modeled after a brain, which many people interpret as the player going through Cece's memories to reconstruct his consciousness. Given that his brain was squished by these chompers, you are putting him back together. I also think it demonstrates how Remnant works. These are the pathways from his real brain imprinted onto the robot, so now it looks like computer chips, and it's represented by a video game. This is his remnant, and we're like going into his code. The game ends after you find all these clocks, with the same square yellow eyes in a void saying,
"We are still your friends. Do you believe that? The pieces are in place for you. All you have to do is find them. Rest."
This looks horrible.
So
Don't
these
say
two
ooh.
void moments
This looks
are referring
horrible.
to somebody using the second person. And they're definitely talking to Cece because of the repetition of the phrases used in FNAF 4. "We are still your friends, and I will put you back together." This is the conclusion of the narrative of FNAF 4. As Fredbear Plush said that in FNAF 4, the other plushes started to fade because Cece was no longer considering them his friends because they killed him. But now that Happiest Day has been set up, he can begin to think of them as his friends again. And as he thinks that, they then throw him this party. When Glitch Bear talks to the player, they say you need to put the pieces together for him. So Cece is watching these two scenes in the dark, but someone else is playing through the campaign. Several hours from now, we're going to be talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's
Drink some
security
water,
logbook, in which several
bitch.
instances of text in the book are actually changed, and they're being changed by the ghost of Cece. And one of the messages that he writes to the reader is the phrase, "I can't see," which I believe is further evidence that this is being experienced by Cece in the afterlife, which is why everything is dark. He entered the void when he died at the end of FNAF 4, and things remained dark until Happiest Day. And I think that's all important, so I didn't want to hold on to this evidence for several hours until we talk about this book. Also, if you didn't know this book existed, you're probably very confused right now. It's a masterpiece. This book is what made Dabbing Chica canon. If the books are anything to go by, then a living person can communicate with a ghost if they're injected with their remnant. It's a very trippy experience. It's kind of like a hallucination, and it fades with time. So I think we should be on the lookout for any human characters in the story who get injected with a remnant, who might want to help Cece, and who could be the person speaking these lines. So FNAF World is someone, this Glitch Bear, telling someone, the player, to set up Cece's Happiest Day, which we then see play out in FNAF 3. But who is Glitch Bear? Who is the player? What is all of this? What was FNAF 4? Well, it's a video game. FNAF World, directly, in both of its opening segments, both the floating eyes in the void and then the actual start of the gameplay, both say that this is a video game world, and that things in the real world affect things happening in the game. Nowadays, I think people think of video games like discs or pieces of data that are downloaded or streamed from the internet, but you gotta keep in mind, video games are just hardware. They're cartridges and arcade machines. They're just circuit boards. And in a world where ghosts can possess animatronics, why can't they possess arcade cabinets? Remember when I said, and that is FNAF 3? Almost. We have to bring up the major question, which is, what were those mini-games? Obviously, the security guard, us, we were not playing those games. We weren't sitting there playing Mangle's Quest and somehow affecting events that were happening in the ghost world, right? Well, let's just remove that pin and talk about a whole lot of nonsense. Henry, the co-founder of Freddy's alongside William, is based on a real-world person, Nolan K. Bushnell, the creator of Chuck E. Cheese's. One thing that always bothered me about the FNAF games before FNAF 4 is that the mini-games look like they're from an Atari. The first game with mini-games was FNAF 2, which took place in 1987. The first Nintendo, the NES, came out in 1986, and by November of '87 had taken over the world. If you wanted to represent a generic video game from the late 80s, it would look like an NES game, not an Atari game. Arcade games at the time were of course even more advanced than the NES, but it makes perfect sense once you realize that Nolan Bushnell, the founder of Chuck E. Cheese's, also founded Atari. Nolan Bushnell was born in 1943 in Utah. This is not a coincidence, people. To quote the Wikipedia page for Chuck E. Cheese's, quoting one of Nolan's partners, Chuck E. Cheese was always Nolan's passion project. Even before Atari was a thing, he wanted to start a business of family-friendly restaurants with amusement park midway games. I think initially it made no fiscal sense, so he shelved it for a while. But then, when Atari took off, he had the means to pursue it, plus a built-in distribution model for Atari's new releases. In 1972, he founded Atari. 1972, of course, being 20 years before FNAF 1.
If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got it back?
So the FNAF universe, and Henry specifically, are very much based on the real-world history of Nolan, Atari, and Chuck E. Cheese's. Some of the mini-games we see in the first few FNAF games look like they could be real games that kids would play in an arcade. Take cake to the children as Freddy. Give gifts to children as the puppet, who gives gifts at the prize desk. Foxy runs to the kids as fast as possible. Toy Chica avoids a bully. This is a Balloon Boy platformer. Mengel's Quest is literally an actual arcade cabinet. We know that this is a real game in-universe. I think some of the mini-games are in-universe games, and that they sort of exist on some sort of Wreck-It Ralph logic. The video games and the characters exist on the flip side, in video game land, which FNAF World calls animatronica. These games, these arcade games, are real in-world games, again like Wreck-It Ralph, and the characters can walk on over to animatronica. But these games got corrupted when real-world events happen that are so horrific that they leave ripples in the other world. The agony of William killing kids changes the ending of Foxy Go Go Go. William killing Charlie now happens outside while Freddy takes cake. The puppet gives gifts, but when all the children die, the kids in the game are replaced with bodies, so the puppet can't win the game, so she brings them back to life. Shadow Bonnie is such a powerful force that he can literally glitch his way through different games, because these games are physical cabinets that somehow unite on the flip side. Henry is absent from the story of FNAF, so much so that in 1987, Phone Guy doesn't even know his name, but he does say that he's going to contact him about the kidnapped children's incident. I believe that around this time in 1987 is when Henry starts making games explicitly for the trapped souls to play through, to be able to experience, so he can communicate with them. Save Them takes place after the KCI, and allows the player to see what happened. Follow Me takes place after the suits are torn apart. And the FNAF 4 minigames, I believe, were created sometime between FNAF 1 and 3 in the 23-year time gap. The same time gap where Mike is having the nightmares that make up the main gameplay of FNAF 4. Mike is dreaming about 1983, while Henry made a game depicting those events that somebody on the flip side is playing through, for them to experience. It's like that one episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender where Aang and Zuko are both learning about their shared ancestor together at the same time, but Aang is viewing it like through magical spirit world nonsense where he's actually there, but Zuko is just reading about it in a scroll, but the show uses the same method of telling us the story by use of a flashback. So like the minigames player and Mike are both experiencing FNAF 4 at the same time. Mike is experiencing it in his dreams, and the minigame player is experiencing it by playing the minigames that were created for them. It's at the same time contemporarily, but it's about something that happened a long time ago in 1983. So that means that we have dual protagonists in FNAF. While Mike is having nightmares about 1983, the other protagonist, a spirit who can affect the real world and be affected by the real world, is also experiencing 1983. But who is that second protagonist? Who is playing these arcade games? Well, it's Golden Freddy, one of the MCI kids, who the community has dubbed the Vengeful Spirit.
I can't do this shit.
And
How do people draw?
both share Golden Freddy. We've seen Cece possess Golden Freddy, and Charlie possess the puppet, without any outside help. And then the puppet gave life
I don't know
to
how
Freddy,
people
Bonnie, Chica,
draw.
and Foxy. But it really appears like the Vengeful
Better than
Spirit
me, bro.
was able to possess Golden Freddy by themselves, the same way Cece and the puppet possessed
I think it looks
their
nice. This
characters
looks
by
horrible.
themselves.
Do you even know who it
This
is?
lends to the idea that the spirit is more powerful or meaningful, something like that. It becomes confirmed 100% later that this is the case, that one of the MCI kids is just angrier than the others, hence the Vengeful
This
Spirit
is bad.
moniker.
Don't call me an
but without any
artist
of that
by any
feature information,
means.
I think
This
it can be
is
understood
bad.
with what we have so far. The Vengeful Spirit was able to hold onto their consciousness more strongly than the others, because they were killed in a spring-locked suit, instead of being stuffed
I don't
into a
even
regular
know
suit
who this
after
is supposed to
death.
be.
So the Vengeful Spirit and the puppet are very aware, and Cece becomes aware.
Do you guys
because of
even
Happy's
know
Day.
who
That
this
frees
is
up the
supposed
Vengeful
to
Spirit to be the
be?
player of FNAF World, and the one
Oh
witnessing
my god,
all of
what?
these mini games. But again,
No, it's
some
because
of
of
the
the
minigames are
O2.
in-universe
You
games.
knew it because of the
Some of them are
O2.
just
You would have
things Henry
never
created
guessed
to
her
communicate with the spirit world.
if you never even seen
But
the
even
O2.
the real ones are being altered.
Yeah.
There's a voice spelling
The
out
C.
S-E-P-H-I-M, and that's Henry talking
Without
to
the
the vengeful
O2.
spirit. The vengeful spirit was not present
I
for Charlie's actual
guess.
murder. This game was
Yeah,
likely made and was
yeah.
experienced
Even
after FNAF 2,
getting-
which is when we play it, even though it takes place in 1983,
I
which is
guess.
when the murder happened.
You guys
the
are just
minigames are
lying
games
to
within
me.
the games, depicting events that actually happened. The minigames in FNAF 4
I
depict events
enjoyed
from
the series. My
1983,
boyfriend enjoys
but were
the
created
series.
years and years later.
It's his
Five Nights
favorite.
at Freddy's is two parallel stories. Mike Schmidt making up for the killing of his brother, and the vengeful spirit in communications with Henry, the father of Charlie, the first victim of the purple guy. Both stories come together in FNAF 3 to make Happiest Day happen. I'm going to bring
How
this
was
all up
Sploofy
again
Is?
after we discuss
I'm okay.
FNAF 5, and then everything's going to make a
I'm a
lot
bit
more
tired
sense.
today for some reason. But that's okay. Hanging in there.
FNAF World has multiple endings. If you don't listen to or don't ever find Glitch Fredbear, then you get to a final boss. That boss is depicted by Scott Cawthon's Steam profile picture, Anim Dude. While to us this is clearly a reference to Scott, I think in the game, it's supposed to be a representation of Henry. He is multiple times called the Puppet Master.
How
and
is
Henry
KR?
did invent the puppet and is Charlie's father. If any character is the puppet's master, it's Henry. And this character is the puppet master and creator of the game, of the FNAF World game, which makes him Henry. On Layer 1 of FNAF World, it's a game where you fight Anim Dude, and like all video games, the final boss is a representation of the creator of the game. Obviously, it's their final challenge to you. He says,
"It was fun being the puppet master, but now I grow weary."
But on Layer 2 of FNAF World, someone is saying, "Don't listen to the stupid NPCs that Henry populated this game with. This isn't actually a game, ignore that quest. You need to set up Happiest Day to free Cece." Toward the end of the game, Glitch Fredbear says,
"Attacking the game's security system will not accomplish anything. Get the key, but ignore the Guardians. If you have succeeded in setting the clocks, then your true goal will be revealed once you have the key."
Within the game, the Guardians are big enemies, like mini-bosses. But if you interpret this in a meta sense, what is being said is, hey Vengeful Spirit, don't attack security guards at Freddy's, go set up Happiest Day. Which leaves the question,
I
of
don't
who
know how
or
to
what is
fucking
Glitch Bear?
do this.
Glitch Bear is helping the
How do
Vengeful
people
Spirit
draw?
put Cece back together, but is very antagonistic in tone and characterization. He also hates the Puppet Master, which we've determined is Henry, and he's represented by a corruption of Fredbear. Well, I can't answer that. Let's have another chat after FNAF 5. Woo! Throughout the game, you have to traverse through the world by kinda skipping through dimensions and wormholes and entering glitches. But you're told not to go too many glitches down. If you do go too many glitches down, you end up here, in a red forest, at a red lake, with whatever this thing is. He's fishing. You can walk up to him, and if you talk to him, he says,
"I'm sorry to say that you have gone too deep into the code. There is no way back out. My name is Old Man Consequences. Come, have a seat, and let's
Old
fish
Man
for a while.
Consequences.
You have nowhere else to go."
Keep in mind, there are multiple endings of FNAF
Right
World,
on.
including one where the entire universe ends because you chose Fredbear as your party leader, and then you talk to Fredbear, and it causes a paradox. There's also one where you fight Chipper from Chipper and Sons Lumber, and he complains that FNAF is more popular of a game than his. So yeah, not everything in the game is canon. This ending, this Old Man Consequences, isn't something that actually happened by definition. This is a dead end. It's just a silly end screen. Like when the universe ended. It's not real. Right? Well, there is one way out. You can glitch one glitch further by entering the lake. If you rapidly alternate left and right, descending into the lake, you will then fall for a while before you see this. This screen has two main interpretations. An angel welcoming you, with its arms spread out and its wings behind it, or the view of three people from behind being lit by a television screen, with all three holding each other in their arms. I think it's that one. but I won't be able to explain why for quite a while. You'll know I'm getting back to talk about this topic when I start an entire section called Mr. Hippo's Wild Ride. We're gonna head on out of this long discussion of the games for a minute, and we're gonna talk about real life. FNAF World was released in January 2016, like I said, and immediately it received a lot of backlash, and I don't know why. It was kind of janky, but like, it's a stupid RPG bear game, who cares? Well, Scott cared. He refunded everyone who bought the game, reworked it a little bit, and then re-released it for free. One of the reasons beside this initial bad press that people don't ever really think about this game that much is solely because Markiplier didn't play it. Markiplier, more so even than MatPat, put FNAF on the map by making a hit series playing the games. I talked earlier about how FNAF is perfect for YouTube Let's Plays, and it really is, and Markiplier was the poster child for that. But he skipped FNAF World because it didn't seem interesting to him. So the vast majority of the fanbase who don't play the games and just watch Markiplier play them, and then hop on over and watch MatPat explain them, didn't really experience FNAF World. Scott has gone on to say that FNAF World was his biggest mistake, and I think part of that was the poor reception. He says he regrets how he tied it into the lore, and made it canon. And I think that's either 1, because he made a decision in that game that he is now bound by because it's canon.
Oh my god, I hate it.
2, it's the key to everything, and nobody played it, so they don't understand the series. And I think it's that second one. Without FNAF World, no one's gonna sit there and say to themselves, yeah, I think there's a mirror dimension of video game characters that are impacted by the real world, and that FNAF is actually a parallel story of the main gameplay and the mini-games being experienced in parallel universes and culminating in these two protagonists meeting in FNAF 3's
we're
finale.
gonna move on to do something else,
Because why would you think that?
I'm genuinely getting
Unless
mad
you're
at
me.
myself.
And you wrote over 100 pages of FNAF explanations and dedicated 9 years of your life to study this nonsense. There's a house in FNAF
Because I don't
World
know
you
how
can
to
enter
draw.
meet Deskman. Deskman
And it's
says,
pissing me off.
Well, what are you doing here? I'm busy. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Now it's all a mess. Of course now, there is only one thing to do. Come back later, and maybe I will tell you more.
Which is probably a reference to FNAF World being a mess, with this being Scott. Anim Dude talked during his boss battle about how annoying FNAF is, and the Chipper boss battle was obviously very meta, so it makes sense that this is a tongue-in-cheek way of apologizing about the state of the game, as well as hinting to what's going to come out next when you come back later.
On God.
Much like FNAF 4, FNAF World had a Halloween
I have
update,
always
which
spelled
came
your
out
name
on
right.
May 13th, 2016. It's called the Halloween update
Drink
because
some
it's
water,
themed around Halloween,
bitch.
not because it came out on Halloween. Not everything is so literal, guys.
Don't be so literal.
After you apply the update, in order to play the new content, you have to talk to Deskman, who says,
It's a vicious cycle, you know? But then, most things in life are. The pendulum swings one way, then it swings the other. Now we return to darkness. Something terrible is coming. Come back later. Maybe I will tell you more.
This is in reference to Scott working on FNAF 5. He said in an interview after the fact that FNAF 4 was so dark that he needed to take a break and work on something else, which is why FNAF World is so fun, even though it does have dark undertones. It's all puns and colors, it does have some dark comedy, but overall it's just so fun. But now, the pendulum is swinging back the other way, toward darkness, as he starts in earnest on FNAF 5. It's kind of funny, when I was writing this paragraph, I was watching through part of MatPat's playthrough, and he literally said this exact same thing without the hindsight of Scott confirming it years later.
I think what it is you had FNAF, now you went to FNAF World, which was light, happy, and fun, and now it's
Who wants to play tic-tac-toe?
and everyone's been talking
I'll go
about
first.
The sister location.
Okay.
The new
You guys
FNAF
go next.
5, I guess at this point, FNAF 5.
So, yeah,
Who wants to go next?
So I guess I'm just stupid. If you talk to Fredbear, who's standing outside Deskman's house, he's next to a big lock, and he says,
The game bombed. End of story.
What?
I've already put in my application at the Fazburger down the street. The problem is that now, he has gone insane. We don't know what he is making, and we can't reach the room where it is being kept. Whatever it is, it has everyone around here on edge. This is where the Halloween characters and others were sent to have their code recycled for spin-off games. Put a stop to those games and save those characters. Then find the last area and uncover its dark secrets.
So the update is really a collection of mini-games you have to beat to unlock characters to beat the final boss. Deskman is referred to again, assuming he's literally Scott, but at the same time, our metaphor of him being Henry, using FNAF World to communicate with spirits, still works.
Okay, bye-bye.
The game maker is going a little crazy. Maybe because his daughter died. Maybe because he made something terrible. The mini-games included are FNAF 57, Freddy in Space.
Nice signature.
Freddy in Space is a send-up to Metroid, and depending on how you beat it, you can unlock Coffee, Purple Guy, or Jacko Bonnie. We'll talk about Jacko Bonnie in a second. Foxy Fighters, a parody of Star Fox. You can unlock Jacko Chica or Nightmare Balloon Boy. These characters first appeared in the Halloween update for FNAF 4, along with Jacko Bonnie and other Halloween-type characters. Scott made it super duper clear that that update was not canon, but now the characters kind of are.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
Sorry, I'm not sure what came over me.
Bingo! Got him! Bingo! Got him!
Doggone it! Don't forget me! Don't worry! Slippy's here! Do something!
You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you?
Foxy.exe. This is Sonic.exe, but Foxy.
Listen to my voice, and you will find the key.
This isn't even really a game, you just kind of walk and have to listen to Foxy. In the first section he says, "Listen to my voice and you will find the key," meaning each section you just listen to him. Second section he says,
I don't know what to do. I can't draw for shit.
If you walk, you'll eventually see Freddy, so you have to walk in the opposite direction instead of touching him or you lose. If you do lose, Foxy takes up the whole screen and says, "All your base are belong to us."
All your base are belong to us.
Because the whole game is a joke. Third stage, he says, "Be sure your step through the heart of madness."
Be sure your step through the heart of madness.
Which apparently means, hide behind rocks so these kittens don't jump scare you. When you beat it, you unlock
I actually
Nightmare
really
Zone,
like that signature.
Chico's Magic Rainbow Land. This is a rage platformer, which were all over the place back when Flash games still existed. It's all trial and error, and you have to not be killed by this rainbow, who gets progressively more insulting as you go until you run out of lives.
Point. Nice, nailed it.
You can do it!
This is so...
Come on, you can do it!
The game doesn't display your lives, but the rainbow eventually gets fed up and kicks you out based on your number of deaths.
This is your last chance!
No, it isn't. Stop lying to me.
No.
I don't believe you.
Whoa!
What?
What?
Yep.
Are you kidding?
What?
Are you kidding me? What?
Also, the rainbow is voiced by Debbie Derryberry, the voice of Jimmy Neutron.
You can do it!
Also, Toy Chica is voiced by Amber Lee Connors.
You learned cursive?
She's like a legit
I
voice actor.
actually
She voices
did
Peak
it.
in Attack on Titan, and also a bunch of other major and minor roles in animes I've never heard of.
I'll fire this pistol, and then you'll be dead.
And she got her start as Android 18 in Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
How quickly bravado goes out the window when you're flat on your ass.
Bingo! Got him!
How is the strangest thing about this game the fact that there's a mission where Android 18 gets relentlessly mocked by Jimmy
I
Neutron?
still don't know how to do a K.
Wake up! Time for school! Better activate bedroom android!
What do you want?
Depending on how fast you beat it, you can unlock Mr. Chipper or Anim Dude. If you talk to Purple Guy, he says,
"Boy, don't confuse me with the actual Purple Guy. I'm just a game sprite."
So maybe this sprite isn't William, because it's a representation of him on the flip side, corrupted by William's murders. After getting a good team, you can head into Geist Lair, the boss of which is Purple Geist. And then you find out the real boss is Chica's Magic Rainbow, and when you win, you appear behind Deskman again.
I'm impressed. What are you doing here? Can't you see that I'm busy? You deactivated my gains? I don't know what else to do. I don't want to disappoint people. But my mind isn't right. I've made something terrible. Her name is Baby. It's too late to deactivate her. I'm sorry.
Once again, if you interpret Deskman as Scott, then he's saying these games were bad, and now he's made something also of low, terrible quality, and that its name is Baby. Or if this is Henry, then you've destroyed his attempts to reach the flip side, and now his mind isn't right, and he's created Baby. But who is Baby?
The show will begin momentarily. Everyone, please stay in your seats.
It's important to note that these yellow eyes are not square, they have a star shape. This is not the same person. This is not the remnant-injected human who spoke to Cece earlier. It's another pair of eyes who maybe was able to communicate to Cece in some way, and is also this baby person. I promise all of this will make sense in like 5 minutes.
Yes, okay.
But also, if you already know what happens in FNAF 5, then I'm probably really annoying you, which is fine, because I am annoying. Also, this guy is dead, so it's possible that after making Baby, Henry killed himself. That is what happened in the books. In the books, Henry kills Charlie. Henry then takes this doll and cries over it, and so Charlie's remnant and his agony mix together and possesses the doll. So then Henry builds more progressively older-looking robots so that Charlie can have her essence put into them and grow up like a normal person. And the fourth one he makes is Baby. He also tells Charlie that it was actually her brother Sam that died, but in reality, his wife took Sam and then just left because he had gone crazy and was building a bunch of robots. So after Henry builds Baby, he does it and like he's really angry, and he puts all of his anger and malice into it. After he does that, he realizes he's done messed up.
25K? 25K is nothing!
He's going to be raising Charlie to never let Baby out of her closet. And so William steals her and turns her into Baby. So these events in the game are currently one-to-one with the book, in that after Charlie died, Henry builds a robot that becomes Baby, and then in the very near future, this will no longer be one-to-one with the books. Okay, but we still gotta figure out who is Baby, and that answer can be found in...
Can you draw a monkey? Yeah, I got you, hold up.
Sister Location's title and trailer were released on May 21st, 2016, about a week after the FNAF World Halloween update. If you've been memorizing every single little detail of this video so far, which I hope you have been because there will be a test, then the words Sister Location might make you remember the line in FNAF 3 when Phone Guy says there was a spring lock failure at a sister location. This has nothing to do with that, even a little bit at all, probably. But that is what everybody thought when this game was announced. So, we were all primed going into it to think it would be about something totally different than what it was actually about. Sister Location released on October 7th,
There's your
2016,
monkey.
But you better believe there was some shenanigans.
Yeah, purple is the superior number.
Drink
color.
some
There
water.
was never just one.
Bitch.
Shitty
Gee,
shitty
I wonder why
monkey,
people thought this would
real
be about an
talk.
actual sister location. There's a little of
That's
me
how I write my
in every
Z's.
thought.
Yeah, my Z's are like
It's actually the
this.
opposite of what ends up happening, but whatever.
My 7s are like
Don't
this.
hold it against us. These are those bitty bab things I hate.
Doesn't
They're
look like anything like that.
stupid.
Excuse
I hate
me?
them. Canceled due to leaks. This was part of a hoax where Scott kind of pretended the game wasn't going to come out because someone had leaked it.
Nah, I look
But
like
if you
this,
brighten the
bro.
image, it's actually about the restaurant featured in the game.
I
The
look
grand
like
opening of
this.
Circus Baby's Pizza World has apparently been canceled due to gas leaks. The source code for the
I look
website
like
included a
that.
schedule for different animatronics.
It's Kirby, bro. Chill out.
Ballora, Funtime Freddy,
It's
and Funtime
Kirby.
Foxy.
Fuck.
It also included phrases like Afton Robotics, Chica's Party World, Client Directory,
It's
Private
Kirby.
Birthday
Do you
Booking,
guys write your
Children
8s
Entertainment,
like
Service
this,
Log,
or do you guys do
Maintenance,
this?
and CRMN Inst. People debate about what CRMN Inst means, with the most popular speculation being Criminal Institute or Crewman Installation. I'll explain exactly what that stands for later. The Steam
I write my
description
8s
reads
like
in
this.
part, Welcome to Circus Baby's Pizza
1,
World, where family fun and interactivity go beyond anything
How do you guys
seen
write
at
your
those other
8s?
pizza places. So clearly this is a dig at Freddy
Well, you're
Fazbear's
weird.
Pizza. Unlike every other FNAF game, Sister Location is not a title where you sit in one spot and have to defend against animatronics for 5 progressively hard levels. Sister Location is a full actual video game. Each night is a completely different challenge with a strong focus on
Your
narrative
circles are
with
so
full
neat.
voice acting.
I do it
Buckle
the
up,
second
because
way
we're going to talk
though.
about a whole lot of story
My
right
circles!
now. Obviously, when it comes to the story of these games, there are 3 aspects. One is
My
the story that's actually
circles!
being told. Like FNAF 2,
My
the
circles
story
look
is
like
Jeremy
shit.
surviving the week. The second part
I mean,
is
when
the
I make
story
my
being told in
8s,
the
yeah,
background.
but when I make a record.
Means that all of these
Thanks
things
for the
are
dance
experienced
party.
by the player at specific times in a
Oops.
specific order. There are no random, just background Easter eggs. You're being told a story, interwoven with another story, as well as being fed information about the series as a whole.
Pill
And that's
time!
really the only way to cover the game, so this might get a little confusing. The game opens with the dark cutscene panning past Baby. I'll play it for you now.
There's no doubting what you've achieved on a technical level. These are clearly state-of-the-art. There are just certain design choices that were made for these robots that we don't fully understand. We were hoping that you could shed some
Who
light.
lagged Minecraft? Alright, I'll be right back.
She can dance. She can
I'll be
sing.
right back.
She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. She can take song requests. She can even dispense ice cream.
With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
So first of all, a confirmation that William Afton is the name of Purple Guy in the games. Secondly, we seem to now be told that William Afton made Baby. This board member is questioning certain design choices.
I'm back.
So,
Oh, God.
1, maybe Baby is dangerous for some reason.
Alright,
2,
I got
it seems like
my
even
baby
if Henry
pill.
made Baby in some capacity, that William took her over
I
as
love
his
the
own.
craft of the
They
mines.
were partners, so that kind of makes sense.
Welcome
And
back.
3, but most
Thank you.
importantly, William Afton is British. And that is so smart. I love that Scott did that. That literally makes everything in the series so much simpler. Sister Location proper then opens with you riding an elevator being spoken to by Hand Unit.
Welcome to the first day of your exciting
You know what?
new
Let's play a
career.
game.
Whether you were a
How about we
push-headed
play a
job fair,
game?
read our ad and screws, bolts, and
Let's
hairpins,
play
or if this is the result of a
Hangman.
dare,
Ready?
we welcome you.
I'm gonna
I
pick the
will be your
name. I'm gonna
personal
pick the
guide
name.
to help you
Ready?
Get started. I'm a Model 5 of the Handyman's Robotics and Unit Repair System, but you can call me Hand Unit.
There you go.
Your new career promises challenge.
There it
intrigue,
is.
and
There's your
endless
prompt.
Janitorial opportunities.
And it's one
Please
word,
enter your name as seen above
and
the
the
keypad.
theme
This cannot be changed later. It seems that you had some trouble with the keypad. I see
is
what you were trying to
gaming.
type, and I will auto-correct it for you.
There
One
you
moment.
go. Go ahead.
Welcome, Eggs Benedict.
Whoa, hold on there, fella.
I need a letter?
The guy we're playing as is named Mike.
Shit!
How
did
Mike
you?
Schmidt and also
Alright,
the security
okay.
guard in FNAF 3,
New
and
one.
then all of them are also Foxy Bro. Only came about
New one.
after this game. The evidence was there all along, but the idea wasn't sparked in anyone's mind until we realized that the series might have reoccurring characters. I also think this was Scott kind of waving his
Okay, I
hand
got
in front
it.
of everyone and going like,
We
"Hey
got
guys,
it.
you didn't figure out who
There's
the
your new
player
prompt.
character was in the
Theme is
last
still
game. Let me just
gaming.
point it out for you.
Allow me to fill this somewhat frightening silence with
BioShock?
some lighthearted banter.
No, you
Due to the
listen.
massive success, and even more so the
You don't know how to play Hangman. You have to fucking guess one letter. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. A. No. X. No. I. We have one eye. Hold on. Let me play some more music so it's not just quiet. Okay, go ahead. U. No. I'm like writing it out in my head. G. No. You have one more left. Why? You have one Y. You have to be careful. E? You got an E. Now be careful what you choose. N? Hi, Daddy Cakes, welcome in. We have an N. It is a game. It is a game. It's a very, very popular game, too. You literally got it the last fucking one. Are you kidding me? You had a leg left. Of all the games, that's what you think of? Listen, I thought of Minecraft and that was a little bit too easy for you guys. So let's go again. Okay, so we'll start with the hangman. Theme is still gonna be gaming. Still gonna be gaming. Okay, let's think of another one. Got it. There you go. There's your next one. No, we have to do letters. No. No. L. No. Oh, wait, wait. No. It is not League. Zach, I'm not letting you participate. Take it seriously if you want to participate. A. We have an A. E. We have no E. G. We have no G. I. We have an I. Legging. Can I guess the word? Honkai. Fuck! For 500. Twixbean already got it. It was Honkai. Good job. Good job. Okay. Next one. I'm trying to think. Trying to make it hard for you guys. Okay. Got it. It is one word. I just put it two spacing just so it's a little bit easier for you. Yes, we are playing Hangman, and the theme is gaming. E? Okay. Okay, we have one E. A. Wait a minute. I think I spelled the name wrong. Wait. Hold on. Give me two seconds. I definitely spelled it wrong. 1 second. It's hard doing this and then typing it out. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Now we'll go back to E being the first one. E. And then you said A. Alright. You have 1 A. O. You have 1 O. League? It's not league. U? We do not have a U. D? We do have a D. I spelled it wrong again. What the fuck? E's here. Jesus. D goes there. Okay. Now we're good. Now we are good. R. We have 2 R's. Oh wait, there's a D here too. This one's so scuffed. Yeah, Borderlands! I definitely scuffed that one completely. Completely. Okay. Let's actually redo this and go in deeper so I don't have to go out. Actually, Gaming. Actually, Could you maybe move the puppy a little bit so it's not covering any of the letters? Yes. Okay. Let's actually move to a different canvas. There we go. Is that an yeah, I worked on it on stream and it's bad. I literally did this on stream, but it's fucking terrible. I didn't see it. It's so good. It's fucking terrible. And I want to cry. Anyway, gaming. So, what's the next one? I'm cheating here by looking. Oh, I got it. It's 2 words. It's the gamer word? No. Start guessing! I need some letters here. A. R. There is no R. O. There is an O. N. There is an N. E. There is no E. I. there is no I. S, there is an S. L, there is no L. G, there is a G. Among Us! Good job! Sussy Baka. Yes, Among Us. Good job, good job. Tellio. Rel. Okay.
When the imposter is sus.
Yes, sus. Okay. Okay, I got it. Next one. By the way, I'm just trying to spell out words. Yeah, I know. I know you're doing the E-I-O-U bullshit. D, there is a D. You're either a sussy baka or a baka sus. Sucka? F, there is no F. S, there is an S. L, there is an L. A, there is an A. Apex Legends, good job. Holy shit, I didn't expect you guys to get these. You guys are too good, what the fuck? Okay. Should we go hard? Should we go hard? Like you guys might not know what it is. Hard? Okay. Let's do hard. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay, there it is. What the fuck? Okay. Now we're ready. No. I need some letters. L. There is no L. R. There is an R. M. There is no M. F. There is no F. S. There is no S. A. There is no A. We have one more T, and there is no T, and there is no Z. It is cyberpunk. It is cyber. You guys said hard, okay? You guys said hard. You guys said hard. So I gave you a hard one. But you guys lost. Okay. Next one. Okay. There you go. Well, I'm here trying to spell words with the words not in the word you choose. This is kind of fun, not gonna lie. Good. That is the whole point why I'm here. Cult of the Lamb, mother flying fuck of a duck. Why are we just shouting out answers? Sherry. Why are we shouting out answers? Okay. What about this one? There we go. This one's hard too. This one's very, very hard. T. There is no T. E. There is an E. D. There is 3 Ds. 4 Ds. I can't count. There is an R. Dream Daddy. God damn it. Of course one of you guys had to say D. If you guys never guessed D, you guys would have never gotten that. Okay. Let's do another one. Got it. So, damn, that's a long one. Let's space this out just a little bit more so you guys know that it is 2 words. Okay. If you guys guess the first word, you're gonna get it. I need some letters. E. We have 2 E's. D. Hi, Sailor Candy. How are you? We do have D. T. We do have a T. N. We do not have an N. A. Do you have an A? O. Do you have O? I see you got the drawing stuff set up nicely. Yeah! We got some drawing stuff in. Now we're playing Hangman because I gave up on drawing. I got frustrated. Because I can't draw for shit and I don't know how people draw. Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you guys got the first word, you guys would have gotten it. Doki Doki. Good job, good job. Do, 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 do. Okay. Good game. 10 out of 10. Let's do another one. Okay. It's 2 words. Start guessing. This will be the last one. A. We have an A. We don't have a D. Dun dun dun. We have 2 R's. You're cheating. We do not have an H. How am I cheating? You're cheating! E. We do not have an E. We do have an F. God damn it! Yes, it is Far Cry. Okay, I will play. Actually, I will keep going until we hit 8:30. So in a couple more minutes. So I will keep going until a couple more minutes. Let's pick another one.
Drink some water, bitch. bitch.
I want to send you a word. Okay, okay. After this one. Alright. Send me some letters. O. We do have an O. A B. We do not have a B. M. We do have an M. D. We do not have a D. H. We do have an H. C. We do have a C. A. We do have an A. E. Lethal Company, yes. It is Lethal Company. Good job. You guys are too good. I was just playing that. Yeah. Okay, let's go see what Twix. Oh my goodness. I will shorten it. I will shorten it to the first two, and you should know what that is. Okay, start guessing. It is still a game, yes. C. We do have a C. Y. We do not have a Y. D. We do not have a D. A. We do have an A. We do have an N. We do have an I. Hi, Forsaken, how are you? There's two A's? Oh yeah, there is. Wait. I'm tripping. Hold on. I can't fucking spell real quick. Teehee. Haha. Teehee. Wait. Dude, I can't spell. Okay, T. There is no T. I guess, but then I would be cheating. Well, yeah, you made up the word. There is an O. E? There is no E. H? There is no H. Animal Crossing! Yeah! Sailor Candy got it. Good job. I had a stroke trying to fucking spell animal, and I'm so sorry. Okay. Was it specifically New Horizons fix? It was. Let's pick another one. Okay, got it. Start Zickissen. T. There is no T. D. There is a D. N. There is no N. There is no C. B? There is no B. O? There is an O. A? There is an A. H? There is no H. You have one more guess. One more guess before you guys lose. E? There is no E. Pal Worlds! I take it back. Oh, I wouldn't have gotten there. It's okay. Everyone forgot about Pal Worlds. Okay. Next one. They really did. It fell off so fast. It did, unfortunately. I didn't even finish it. I literally played it for C. There is no C. I played it for like a week. Jesus, Marshy. You son of a bitch. I fought one of the tower bosses and that's how far I got. I didn't even beat the first boss. I didn't even beat the first boss. Okay, this one will officially be the last one. Okay, go. This is officially the last one. A. There is 2 A's. O. There is an O. N. N is not there. C is not there. D is not there. T is not there. E is not there. You guys have one more. Do you want to use the U? Just a little freebie. It's not there. I won't give it to you, but it's not there. No U, only L? You want to use L? L is not there. L for Elbozo once I lose. Phasmophobia. Good try, you guys. Good try, good try. Well, you know, I had fun doing Hangman. I feel like we did a lot today. We started coloring for a little bit. We colored in this little bit here. We'll have to go back and finish this because I feel like it's gonna turn out into something really pretty, but I stopped because I got so bored of it. And then I went to go draw. And this is what we came up with, and it looks like shit, I know. I need to learn how to draw on a tablet again. It looks good, shut up. It genuinely doesn't. Like, it wants... I literally want to just scrap it up and throw it in the trash. I love it. Thank you. I need to learn how to draw on a tablet again. And then I got this signature, and this looks pretty fucking dope. I actually really like this signature. Look for someone who is rusty on a tablet. This is great. Well, compared to my other drawings, I feel like it's pretty shit compared to my other drawings. I just haven't drawn on a tablet in a very, very long time. I can't draw normal things. What's a normal thing to you? But, okay, let's find someone to raid. I had an absolute blast doing this. This was actually genuinely so much fun. And I don't know when I'll be able to do this again. We will see. Ooh, someone's doing a book reading. Thank you for the stream, Sploofy. Of course! Thanks for being here, you guys. Please, again, don't forget to check out my TikTok, my YouTube. Whoa! We had people in YouTube chat and I wasn't paying attention. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oreo, Snoopy, Jamieson, Leah, Nicholas. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. There was actually so many people in YouTube. I feel horrible. Imagine ignoring YouTube. Well, I was paying it. I didn't think anyone was gonna be in the fucking YouTube chat. Hi, Brandon. Welcome back. Welcome back, Brandon. Oh my god. I wasn't paying attention. The one time I don't fucking pay attention to YouTube and there's a bunch of people there. Are you kidding me? The one fucking time? I literally look at chat so many times and the one time people are chatting, I don't see it. I'm so pissed. It's okay. Don't worry, I didn't have YouTube chat either. The one time I don't look, the one time! Okay, well, we're going to raid out regardless. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Brandon, you came in late. But I am going to raid out. We are going to raid into this beautiful, beautiful model here. She is your soon-to-be fox
Drink
girl
some
failure,
water,
temporarily jellyfish.
bitch.
So she is a jellyfish, and she will be turning into a fox relatively soon. I actually really want to see what her fox will look like. Wow, mommy! God damn! But this jellyfish looks friggin' adorable too! Why would she want to change her jellyfish? It looks so cute! Okay, we're going to raid Bloom. The art looks good. Oh, thank you! I drew it during the stream. You can watch the VOD if you really, really want to. I'd like to try and do art once again, we'll see. But if you guys could join on Twitch, if you guys are still on YouTube, please join on Twitch. And we're gonna send over a huge raid to her, hopefully a huge raid. I mean, as huge as it can be. If you're a subscriber, please use the first raid
Round
message.
the
If you are
puppers.
not a subscriber, please use the second raid message. I greatly appreciate everyone coming in today. It was an absolute blast. I had fun drawing and playing Hangman with you guys. So we'll have to do this drawing again so we could potentially finish what we started. Maybe color in Ayasaka, or Ayasaka. Ice. Hope your pimple goes down. Shut the fuck up. Literally, I was just thinking about that. I'm gonna go to the mirror after this and take off the pimple patch that has been sitting there. What is her name again? I always forget her name, but you guys get the point. the one that's driving too. But I will see you guys tomorrow at 5:30 to 6 p.m. Eastern time like normal. Thank you guys again. We'll probably be playing some League, so I won't be streaming it on TikTok, which I'm pretty sure we didn't have anyone in TikTok come in. Yeah, your live was discontinued due to inactivity. To avoid this, stay engaged with your viewers and allow notifications from live studios who compete. Wow. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!